Hey everyone, let's get this party started. I'm gonna try this thing out. Dude. It's kind of lit. I can vibe with that. I can vibe with that. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what's up. Wonder if... I guess I'll have to see what it looks like for everyone else. Okay, Fishy, what do we think? Because this was your idea. Way better. Okay. Can you read all of this text up here? Like, is it all legible and everything? Or would I need to like move the text down a little bit or? Oh, that's the no camera thing. Okay. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Do I need to move it down the screen? Like just hit spacebar one time up here at the top and push it down? Probably make it so that it's like sitting right on top of my head. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let me make a note of that here. Okay. Oh, sorry everyone. My big fat head was in the way. Welcome back to the Habit Engineer podcast. This says it all. I developed the world's most effective habit building method, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life teaching it to people. So, subscribe. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, teaching people how to build habits that actually stick. But yeah, okay. Thanks, Fishy. I will make sure to move that text down. Cool. But yeah, so if any of you have any habits that you want to be more consistent with, go ahead, drop those down in the chat, and I'll teach you how you can build them into habits that you can actually stick with using the Triple S method, which again is the most effective habit building method in the world. I run a community, and we're working on turning it into an app right now. That will allow you to build those habits. Zavu said, what kind of habits? Zavu, any good habits you want, brother. So, um, physical, social, intellectual, spiritual, financial. Those are the 5 categories of life that I kind of organize my life into. Um, so the method helps you to build habits in any of those categories. So, um, yeah. Hmm. Maybe I should like stand up or something and keep my chair out of the way. Hmm. Might not be a bad idea. Zavu, I don't understand what you want me to do. Sorry. Um. So you don't. Yeah. You don't have to do anything necessarily, but if you have a habit that you want to be more consistent with, like a good habit that you want to be more consistent with, then you can put what that habit is in the chat, and I can walk you through the process of building that into a habit that you can actually stick with. Logan, you sitting like Jesus. I, dude, I don't know. Jesus hasn't uh, sat next to me, so I'm not really sure what he would sit like, but LOL. Good to see you, Logan. Um, but yeah, so any bad habits you're looking to break, good habits you're looking to build, um, in any different category of life, you can throw those in the chat, and that's what we are working on. Logan said, I'm having the habit of getting angry for no reason. Okay. Um, Logan, is that the one that we talked about before? Did we talk about that habit, or was it a different one that we engineered with you? I'm trying to remember. But yeah, so for anyone hopping on here, this is the Habit Engineer live stream. You can drop a habit that you are looking to be more consistent with down in the chat. It's different? Okay. And so, Logan, I'm assuming that you want to build a habit that will help you to stop being angry for no reason, right? I'm unable. Oh, Purushottama. I don't know if I said that right, but okay. I'm unable to concentrate on one single thing. Yeah. So I would say pick one thing for a month. So for Purushottama, I would say make a habit of just studying one thing per day, and then study that one thing per day every day for a month. So if you have a bunch of different things that you're interested in, then just don't say, oh, you can't study any of these types of things, but make the habit of just studying them once, for studying only one thing a day for X period of time. Whether you want to make that a week, a month, whatever. Yeah, let me know if you like that idea, and then we can actually engineer the habit specifically with the triple S method. Um, Fishy said, I need to make a habit of cleaning my room. So I always say I'll do it next time. Yeah. Okay. So Fishy, I would just say, why don't you clean one thing in your room per day, like as part of getting ready for you going to bed? Like, as for whatever your nighttime routine is, add cleaning up one thing per day in your room. You just like walk into your room, find one thing that you need to do that thing, and then that's part of your nighttime routine. So the what, when, and where would already be established. Or you're cleaning one thing. The when is whenever you're doing your nighttime routine that you've got already, and then the where would be in your room, obviously. Um, that way you can just break it up. Um, Let me know what your thoughts are with that. Logan said, yes, I want to stop. Okay. Logan, I would say the habit that would probably work for you at that point is whenever you feel yourself getting angry, just stop and say one thing that you're grateful for. Or you could also do something like box breathing exercise, or Andrew Huberman's got a physiological sigh exercise that works well in just like helping people calm down. So just like any time that you feel yourself getting angry, just do one of those things. Um, Let me know in the chat what you think about that. Purushottama. Thing is, when I study Python and data engineering to start a new business, and digital marketing is for learning marketing. Yes. So I can learn marketing in the weekends and learn other things in weekdays. So Purushottama, like, you can do that. But the point that you brought up earlier was that you're unable to concentrate on one single thing, right? So if the goal here is to get you to actually be able to concentrate on one single thing, then pick one thing and stick with that thing for a month, if for no other reason than just to be able to prove to yourself that you can actually stick to one thing. Like, sure, you can study a new topic every single day, but is that actually going to be beneficial for you from a focus standpoint if focus is what you're working on? I would argue it's not. So if your goal is to actually build a habit and be able to focus on something, then pick one thing and study it for a month straight. DT Gamer, you didn't ask a question. If you put another chat in there or something, it didn't show up. Okay, cool. Yeah, if it like, does that make sense? Like, I'm not saying that necessarily you study one thing for a month for the next month and then all of a sudden you're able to focus on whatever you want, right? But more or less, really at that point, it just becomes you prove to yourself that you can do it, right? You become someone who does what they say they're going to do. You're rebuilding that character of integrity is the idea behind that. So yeah, let me know if that makes sense. For anyone else hopping on, ask me how to build habits that actually stick. I developed the world's most effective habit building method. The link for my community is in the bio. We've got a 96% success rate in helping people who are in the community actually be able to stick to their habits. So yeah, if you can sub to make me your accountability buddy. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, so turning on those notifications will help me to act as that for you. Fishy said, DT, you never said something. Yeah. Right. So Purushottama, for people who want the extra support and can pay for it, I have the community, but I have my live stream here, and this is free. So, you can't join the program if you don't have the money. But I can teach you the Triple S method right now, and then you can do it on your own. And you can use the live stream to keep me accountable or to have me help you to stay accountable, all that type of thing. So, so how to control your smoking habits. So the way to break a bad habit is the same way you build a good habit. You want to replace the time that you are spending doing the bad habit with spending that time doing a good habit, and both. So that's how to break a bad habit, and then how to build a good habit is the same method as you replacing the time of a bad habit with a good one. So the Triple S method, the way that it works is that you have 3 S's, right? You have specific, simple, and sealed. The way you make your habits specific is you assign it a what, a when, and a where. So instead of saying, for example, for Fishy, instead of saying, I'm going to clean my room today, you can say, I'm going to clean one thing in my room at 7 p.m. when I'm getting ready for bed every single day. I mean, I guess the where is in your room, which I already said. So, another example is like, instead of saying, oh, I'm going to read every day, you say, I'm going to read for 30 minutes a day from 7 to 7:30 p.m. while sitting on my sofa in the living room with the light on, right? The goal here is to make it so specific that you can visualize yourself doing it like you're watching a movie in your head. What that does is it creates neural resonance in your brain. It's a psychology thing. Essentially, it just gives the idea a lot more weight. So that's the first S. That's specific. Then the second S is simple. And the way you make your habits simple is you keep the specific part of it in your mind. You keep this specificity, or you just keep the habit in your mind. And then you ask yourself, okay, do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to this habit every single day for the rest of my life? No questions asked. And if the answer is yes, cool, then you move on to the third S. And if the answer is no, then you go back to the specific portion of the Triple S method and you re-engineer some portion of your what, when, and where, or maybe just rebuild the habit entirely so that it still accomplishes the same goal, but is something that you have that 100% confidence with. And the reason why, there's 2 reasons why we ask that question. One is because when you have that 100% confidence level, ideally that means that your habit is something that you've made so simple that even if you miss a few days, it's just so easy to so simple to get back on track with that you get back on track, right? And then the second question is that the question's exaggerated on purpose. You want to, because when you have a super specific habit, like with the what, when, and where, generally you're feeling, okay, I feel pretty good about my ability to do this most of the time, right? But that's not good enough if you're trying to build habits that actually stick and last for not just years, but like decades, right? And so asking yourself, okay, do I feel 100% confident in my ability to stick to this habit, flips your mindset from, okay, I feel pretty confident about being able to do this most of the time, to, oh shoot, wait, when are all of the times when I'm not going to be able to do this? And so there's that aphorism or phrase or whatever. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? So this is us um, planning so we don't fail, by simplifying and simplifying and simplifying until we have that 100% level of confidence. So once you've got that, then the third S is sealed. And you seal your habit with some type of 1 second celebration. So there's a famous psychologist, B.F. Skinner. Essentially, he did a bunch of studies. What he found was that what gets rewarded gets repeated. So you want to make sure that you're attaching your habit with feeling good, right? So you put those two together, and your brain starts to associate the habit that you're doing with feeling good, right? And what gets rewarded gets repeated. Your brain feels good doing that certain habit because of the reward you attach to it, and therefore it wants to do more of that habit. Um, and so there's generally two different motivating factors. You have either internal motivation or external motivation, right? External could be like you check a box on your calendar or keep a streak or something that says, oh, you did this thing and you want to keep pushing that streak, right? That's an external thing that you see and you're like, oh, this is going up. I like this. Yes, specific, simple, sealed. And then an internal thing would be more of like a positive affirmation, or some type of like mental recognition that you did that thing, right? So for people who are more just internally driven generally already, being able to go and just say, okay, I did what I said I was going to do. I have integrity. Sometimes just the act of taking the time to recognize that can be more than can be reward enough, right? It just depends on how you work. But for some people, maybe it's like, okay, well, I want to go get this Reese's peanut butter cup or whatever, right, after my workout. And that's fine. It doesn't matter what the reward is as long as it's rewarding to you. Um so that's the method. Does that make sense? Um Let me know if you've got any questions. But yeah, that is the most effective way to build habits in the world. So, boom. But yeah, and to summarize for anyone who joined on late, the Triple S method is the most effective habit building method in the world. Specific is the first S, simple is the second, sealed is the third. You make your habit specific by assigning it a what, a when, and a where. You make it simple by making sure that you have 100% confidence in your ability to stick to that habit. And then you seal it by giving it some type of 1 second celebration, some type of reward that helps you to feel good about it. So that's it in a nutshell. And yeah, feel free to subscribe, turn on notifications, to make me your personal accountability buddy. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, teaching people how to build habits that actually stick. So if you want to be someone who knows how to create sustainable change, then this is the place. Tell your friends. But if not, then scroll away, and that's fine. Because change is not for the weak. Fishy, I don't understand the sealed. What is confusing about it for you? Dude, what's up, Freshly Wild? You feel like your focus is improving. Good. Good, man. Glad to hear it. What made the week rough? So Fishy, the sealed is the third S in the triple S method. So it's specific, simple, sealed. Those are the three S's. And then the sealed is you are sealing your habit with a celebration. It's like you're sealing the loop, the feedback loop that you're sending your brain by celebrating it so that it's something that you feel good about. Deadlines for work and being rejected from a master's program. Dang, dude. Yeah. Rejection sucks. Rejection's tough. But you never fail if you never quit, so. Okay, Fishy, glad we could clear that up. Oh. yeah, if you didn't put the effort into your application, then that makes sense. Gabby said, I've been great at fasting for months on end, and this past week I've been out of control binge and purging. How do I stop? Gabby, what do you mean that you were fasting for months on end? You mean like you haven't been eating food a ton? Or... Because, I mean, well, one, I would say you probably need to go see a doctor, which I am not. Intuitive fasting. I'm going to regroup. Any tips on resetting? As far as like resilience, mental resilience goes, I think a daily practice of gratitude is super, super, super helpful. And as far as getting, like putting more effort into your application, I would just say if you spend 15 minutes a day or something working on your application, that would probably be pretty helpful in making sure that your applications are really thorough and well done. That would be my thought. Let me know what you're thinking. Gabby retracted her messages. Yeah, Gabby, I would recommend to go see some kind of doctor. But as far as a habit, you're welcome, Freshly Wild. As far as a habit that you could implement, I would probably say something like just eating, like instead of intuitive fasting, maybe do intuitive eating. Start eating around 12 to 2 p.m. and hard stop at 8 p.m. I mean, that sounds pretty good to me. Um, Everything was healthy, but I feel like it has to do with a breakdown. Um, oh, yeah. Yeah, mental breakdowns can do that. Um, so yeah, I mean, if it's like out of control, I would still recommend you go see a doctor, um, or someone more, yeah. But as far as just like a habit of consistent eating, I would say probably just have designated eating times throughout the day rather than like the whole window thing that you've got right now. Maybe you just say, okay, I eat breakfast before I go to work, I eat lunch at work, I eat dinner at 8 p.m. Or something, or 7 p.m. or whatever. Um, and just make sure that you have those three separate meals or whatever throughout the day, even though technically you don't really need to eat 3 meals a day. Um, but yeah, maybe just be more specific in the times that you're eating, rather than just giving yourself a big window like that. EDX, hello, hello, good to see ya. Rodrigo Rodriguez, hello. Yeah, whoever's spamming the emojis, that's epic. Um, but yeah, so that would be what I would recommend. Um, you're welcome, Gabby. For anyone else hopping on, I would appreciate the subscribe. I go live Monday through Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific time, teaching people my habit building method, the Triple S method. It's the most effective habit building method in the world. Um, so hopefully you enjoyed today's live stream. Feel free to subscribe, turn on notifications to make me your personal accountability buddy, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Keep the change and keep changing, everyone. Peace.